MaxspeedTV full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. MaxspeedTV full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Oh, legends, more than that comes alive. MaxspeedTV, where the racers thrive. Tires burn, the crowd leans in. This is where the action begins. Oh, MaxspeedTV full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Drivers chase the checkered dream. Adrenaline flows like a rushing stream. The track's a stage, the crowd's a song. Every lap keeps pulling you along. Oh, MaxspeedTV full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Wheels spin, sparks ignite. Under the lights of fierce delight. Track's alive like a racing heart. Here's the place where legends start. MaxspeedTV full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. MaxspeedTV full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Oh, legends, more than that comes alive. MaxspeedTV, where the racers thrive. Max Speed TV, full throttle run.
Alrighty, folks. Hopefully everybody had a very good Thanksgiving. We welcome everybody back to Max Speed TV. Already see Stephen Lane and Player WM out in chat here tonight. We've got 6 likes, 11 watching, and a very good sized field here. Myself, Joshua Medlock, going to be on the call for y'all here this evening. It's going to be a big race for these guys. There's some stuff on the line here. The Checkered Flag Motorsports 300 here at Daytona. All by Max Speed TV, of course. Yeah, we'll get to the prizes here in just a minute. But got those pre-race analytics up here as well. An air temp of 69, track temp of 81. Now, it is going to be 120 laps here tonight. That is 300 grueling miles. I think that's why they decided to get started a little earlier here this evening. Not running into midnight before this race is concluded. Now, they do have 2 GWC attempts, 2 fast street pairs. So hopefully nothing major crazy happens at the beginning. But just in case, they do have a couple of quick repairs they can get in and get right back out onto the track, and no problem. Oh, and that could be a problem. Tires are looking really no major problem on tires here. That fuel, 60% fuel. I estimate these cars probably 30-ish, 35-ish, somewhere parked there. Maybe a little less if. Ooh, the logo. Oh. That logo. Got it. Thank you, Steven. I just looked at it. Alrighty. Not sure exactly on the fuel, but somewhere in the ballpark of 30 to 35 laps, somewhere in there. Tires shouldn't be a problem. Tire wear. You might see them take 2 under caution. You might see them take 4. But for the most part, tires ain't going to be a problem. Pit road, though, is a dangerous place on speedways. We all know that. Steven knows it very well. 60-mile-an-hour pit road speed with a pace speed of 70. Hopefully, we do not see a whole lot of the pace car here tonight. That's gotta, that pace car definitely will slow things down, and hopefully there's more iRacing instead of iPacing here tonight. But going to that field in here this evening, looking at the moment at about 32 drivers that have entered the lobby here. A few more come in before qualifying is done and over with. But right now we're looking at about 32 drivers. Right now, Cole Spaulding has the top spot with Jimmy Reynolds there in second. Dana Osborne third. Hunter Reynolds fourth. And just rounding out the top 5 in practice is going to be Russell Hancock. However, this is just practice. And definitely anything is going to change. A lot's going to change, during qualifying and as well as in practice. So I'm sure Melva's out there, and I'm sure Mara's out there too. Mara rooting on, that guy that we all know, the 04 Mr. Batman car, Mark Mann. So. But coming down under 4 minutes, guys. We're going to go ahead, step aside, play the national anthem provided by Madison Risley. Qualifying here. Checkered Flag Motorsports 300 at Daytona will be underway. We come back.
the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Max Speed TV.
Max Speed TV full throttle.
Alrighty, folks, qualifying just getting underway here. Let me get some of this junk off the. We'll get qualifying times up here. Right now, we do not have any qualifying times. Laps. Yep, Batman, Mark Man, yep, you got that right. So we got Overstreet, Johnson, Fitzgerald, Spalding, Lane. That would be Everett Lane, not Stephen Lane. Lockwood, Harrington, Haas, Reynolds. That would be Jimmy. Sanchez, Wilkinson, Osborne, Hunt, Bubba Winningham, Mr. Butler, Les Levy, Dente, James Mayer, or Jim, however. Like Mr. Hancock, Dixon, Burkhart, Hunt, Kilday, Hunter Reynolds, Gray, and Stephen Luttrell out on the track here for qualifying. Yeah, no relation to Stephen. Yeah, no, definitely no relation. One can stay on the track without hitting the wall, the other one can't. That's the big difference. Sorry, Steven! Oh, I'm gonna get it now. Oh man, yep, and it's already been thrown here. Oh, I wasn't talking about him. Gabe Butler grabbing the top spot at the moment. Everett Lane there in second. Dave Hunt in third. It looks like they're only getting one lap here tonight. So, they got to do it not one lap. Oh, you was? Oh, okay. I was saying he could stay out of the track without hitting the wall. The other one can't. So, Tom Dixon up into ninth. Gabe Butler still holding on to the top position here. Like Adam Kilday in sixth. Bubba going into seventh. The Chevy Land car. So real quickly, while they are still qualifying, we do got some prizes out here tonight for these guys. First place. Now they will... the driver who wins the race out here tonight will have their choice of one of two DSD button boxes. David Overstreet has those, and they'll get their choice of which one they want. Second and third, they will get a Chevy Land prize package from Bubba Winningham and everybody at Chevy Land. So a big shout out to, of course, everybody that's playing a big part in this. This is a big race. Like 35 drivers now. Mr. English out on the track. Lap for his first lap. That's going to put him up into sixth here tonight. William Luttrell out there. How you doing, William? Oh, Gabe Butler gonna grab the pole out here tonight. It looks like. Let me see. I can find Gabe Butler. Probably down at the bottom. Likely. Yep, I figured. Down in. All right, let me. I can. Mr. Butler, Medlock in the booth, got a copy.
I do.
Hey, man. Well, it looks like here tonight, buddy, we're going to grab the pole out here for the Checker Flag Motorsports 300, man. Big group of guys out here, and, you know, this is going to be, I think, a good race here. How you feeling out there here tonight?
I don't know, man. There's a few people I'm not familiar with. Most of them I am, but we'll see how it goes. Just try and stay clean and not get in any trouble and see where we're at the end there.
All right, well, it looks like you got some teammates down there or some people riding with Lane, Reynolds. So, do you think you guys are going to be able to get hooked up and, you know, kind of stay together?
Yeah, at some point, I'm sure. But track positions, everything here at Daytona, so you kind of got to go with the momentum. So hopefully we can all get hooked up and get in line and all put together and do all that good team stuff.
Good team stuff. All righty, we'll let you get to it down there, buddy. Good luck. Congratulations on grabbing the pole here tonight.
All right, brother. Have a good broadcast.
Yeah, thank you, man. All right, Mr. Butler down there. We're going to go ahead and get him on the grid out here tonight for the first time. I'm trying to hurry because they're going to be rolling off here in any moment. Well, Gabe Butler grabbing the pole with a 57.03. Again, congratulations to Gabe on the pole. Everett Lane going to start on the outside of him in second. Dave Hunt third. Jimmy Riddles in fourth. Paul Savant fifth. Anthony English sixth. Adam Kilday seventh. Bubba Winningham in eighth. Les Levy ninth. And Luke Gray 10th. Dana Osborne 11th. Cole Spalding in 12th. Hunter Reynolds 13th. Tom Dixon 15th. Russell Hancock 15th. Charles Johnson 16th. Thomas Lockwood in 17th. Kevin Haas. I'll be Kevin Hayes. Don't know. They're in 18th. Go with the flow here. James Mayer in 19th. And Bob Fitzgerald in 20th. Stephen Luttrell 21st. Dusty Burkhart 22nd. David Overs 23rd. Vicente Guerrero 24th. Rick Sanchez for the last of the qualifiers. He's going to start 25th. Sean Stevens 26th. Mark Mann 27th. Andrew 28th. Michael Pratt 29th. And Alex Giffen 30th. Eric Laurie 1st. Daniel Harrington 32nd. John Guerrera 33rd. Len McNeese 34th. Dean Wilkinson is going to round out our 35-car fuel count here tonight. They're riding shotgun here this evening. Very good turnout here tonight. I don't know how I keep cutting in and out. I've got my mic as close as I can to my mouth without eating it, so I have no idea. It's probably a setting thing. Well, all right. Well, that pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road here for the first time here tonight. The Checkered Flag Motorsports 300, 120 laps, 300 miles here tonight. Presented to y'all by MaxspeedTV. Pace car down to the safety of pit road and into that start zone here for the first time. Green is out. Boogity, 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 folks. We are racing here tonight at Daytona. All right, as they come screaming out of turn number 2 here for the first time. Gonna go and get that top 3 off of there. Gabe Butler holding strong up at the front here. Dave Hunt there in second, right on his tail. Side by side across the front stretch for the first time. And here we go. Gabe Butler going to lead the first lap here tonight. I would say a bonus point, but no, this is not a season race, so it's not season sanctioned. So no bonus points going their way. It is just a lead lap here. Try to get things figured out. Now onto the backstretch for the second time here. Oh, we've already got some movement and a big wreck already. Here at Daytona, huge pile up on the front stretch. Looks like the 411 of Tom Dixon was involved in this, as well as the 24. Oh, and it's going to start up in toward the front here. Let me see here if I can find that number 24. That would be Everett Lane here. Get a chase view. And kind of rewind it a little bit. Oh, it looks like right there a little bit of a bumper hug, I should say. 17 was all over the back of the 24. And it was just enough right there. Could have been some net coating problems, but I mean, you could tell he is literally inside of his car there, and just enough to set everything ablaze. And I don't know how in the world the 88, actually I do know how in the world the 88 of Butler saved that, because, well, it's Gabe Butler. So unfortunately, Dave Hunt's going to get a piece of it too. He's going to be able to scrape by, but it looks like several others not so lucky. It might be easier to go through who was not involved in that one, because there was a lot involved in it. But we're going to have some fast repairs being used already here tonight. '17 watching right now here this evening. We got about 6 likes out there. Can y'all smash that like button here this evening, folks? We would appreciate it. Oh, it's gonna be hopefully not a long night. Oh, somebody's got a meatball here. That would be Charles Johnson. He is coming down pit road. Got a lot of them coming down pit road here. It looks like Gabe Butler and Paul Servant did not come down. They both went ahead and stayed out. Looks like several more possibly staying out. Oh, all right. Like that is the only that has elected to stay out, stay in front. That is going to put Paul Servant either on the inside or the outside, depending on what lane Gabe decides to use. He does have, I believe, lane choice. I think that's the way they do it. Steven, you're out there in chat, so you can let me know if there are a few things that they do that I don't know or don't do that I think they do. Takes almost 2 minutes to get around this track under yellow. If the lights stay on the pace car, we'll go ahead and grab an individual up here and have a chit chat with them. If not, then we'll just kind of wait. Buck, we are down to 34 drivers. Somebody did not start. All right, well, the lights are off, so we're going to be going back green here. It'll be lap 6. Gabe Butler, Paul Servant, Dave Hunt, Dusty Burkhart, Michael Pratt, Kevin Haas, Rick Sanchez, Vicente Guerrero, Daniel Harrington, and Adam Kilday. Rounding out the top 10, and coming up to him now is going to be Dana Osborne in 11th, and then the 46 of the Big Red Machine, David Overstreet. Everybody catching the field here. On the back stretch here, diving it into 3 here for the first time, or this time around anyway, not the first time. We have had our first yellow, though. All right, well, coming out of 4, pace car once again will dive to the safety of pit road. There goes the pace car. Here we go, folks. And the green's back out. Here we go. Back underway here at Daytona. Good start by Gabe. Dave Hunt right behind him. So that put Paul to the outside here. But back underway we go. We'll see here if anybody goes to the bottom lane out of turn 2 onto the apron, fall back. And it doesn't look like they are going to. A little dicey up front. That is the 69 of Dusty Burkhart. Welcome to CFM, everybody. The Checkered Flag Motorsports 300. Side by side until you get back here at around Charles Johnson, Russell Hancock. And there's a single file back here. Not a whole lot going on. We do have Anthony English coming up on the 27 of Sean Stevens. But yet still a little single file action going on. It's that side by side up at the front where we're most concerned about. We have already seen issues up here. They are going to be coming up on that is Dean Wilkinson, 55, is going to go a lap down as the leader get around him. He can come back up onto the racetrack. There he comes. All in line here. Getting a little squiggly up here around Pratt. 03 of Kevin. If anything was to happen, though, it would happen up toward the front here, where everybody is side by side. There is Belva out in chat here tonight. How you doing, Belva? Adam Kilday. There's Cole Spaulding. Now, Cole was the quickest in practice. A lot of moving parts up here, and they are getting side by side back here too. The 27, 44, 24 on the outside here, flying up toward the front. You get green flag pit stops, which definitely can happen. And that'll kind of get everybody separated for a moment. But we have also seen it. Steven's seen it. Y'all have seen it. That time it just right, you can get with that lead pack very quickly. Lost Vermont still battling for the lead here with Gabe Butler. Gabe just following and driving, riding his own line with Dave Hunt right behind him. Lap again went to Mr. Butler here. David Overs in the 46. He is in the big red on the outside here. Right ahead of the 36. Stephen Luttrell. We've got some Luttrell fans out in chat here tonight. Also got Rick Sanchez in the 5. He's up here in about the 7th spot. Got some Sanchez fans out there as well. Oh, somebody's blinking up here, or if they were passing one another, but there's a lot of movement. Dusty Burkhardt coming from 22nd to 3rd. 69 machine. Twenty-ninth to 5th is Michael Pratt. And I think Paul is, Paul Servant led that lap with the help of the 69 and the 03. Got a good run, got the lap, however, was unable to. Oh, Gabe Butler going to the top side. Now, Gabe's going back to the bottom. Lot of movement by Gabe. Alex Giffen, Tom Dixon, Sean Stevens, Everett Lane. Back here, running 19th, 20th, 21st, roughly. I say roughly because they switch. The other thing is you have got to keep them left sides, driver's side tires on the racetrack as much as possible, as the leaders are coming up on 071 of Eric Laurie, who is 9 laps down. Eric's having some problems out on the outside, 3 wide as he gets into the wall. Anthony English at the bottom in the 44. Not in 4th position, but nevertheless, still right there. A lot of side-by-side now throughout the racetrack. Get back here to about the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. We're going to help. Here we go. 3 wide up front. Gabe in the middle here, and he is going to get 8 up. Still 3 wide. Oh, the 69's going around. And we're wrecking. Here we go. Oh, man. Well, let's see here. That was right there with the 88. Did the 88 catch the 69? Well, let's see here. Caught a piece of him. Yeah, right there it was. Definitely could have been some net code there too between the two of them, but that's going to spin the 69. Turn the camera here to this side and have a look. Oh, definitely a gap between the two of them. Definitely some net coding problems. I don't know if they would have hit. They might have still hit, but definitely some net coding issues there. That unfortunately is going to put the 03, the 88, the 69, 46, the 411, several more involved in this too. The 25 is going to get a piece of it. Well, not what you want to see, as they were getting probably close to maybe some pit stops here. I doubt it, but all right. Yep, drivers coming down pit road. Like pretty much everybody came down pit road. Dave Hunt is going to be the first one off of pit road here. Doesn't look like many tire changes. Had some. Okay, more than I thought. Over half the field taking tires. Some of them getting damage fixed. Dave Hunt not take any tires, it looks like. Yeah, just hey, Belma. Oh man. Yeah, that's that is right. It's gonna be hard to buff out for sure, Belva. And die wide. Yeah, that makes sense too. Full of something. Just keep it right there, William, and I think we know what you mean. We are going to be coming down to the 100 lap mark though here. Or 100 to go, I should say, not the 100 lap mark. He's all right. He didn't say it, so we're good. Right, well, let's see here. It'll be lap 20, and we get green here. Now remember, first place, get their choice of one of two ESD button boxes. Second and third will get a Chevrolet prize package coming from Chevrolet, Bubba Winningham. Right. Gobble, gobble. One driver out of the race here tonight. Looks like Kevin Haas has taken it behind the wall here. Servant, Osborne, Pratt, Gray, Sanchez, Lane, Giffen, Burkhart, and Hancock, top 10. Coming to the restart here, lap number 20. Green's back out. Here we go. Body picks up speed. Already at 150 plus miles an hour here. Everybody trying to find their teammate or somebody to work with. Single file back here in the middle of the pack, though. Anthony English coming up on Les Levy here. That's where that single file is starting. It's side by side a little bit further back. The 9, Charles Johnson. The 85 of Adam Kilday. Side by side going on. Lots of side by side. And 3 wide even up here. Oh man, there we go again. There you go, 9 wide. There you go, Belma. Oh man, 77, Michael Pratt falling back. And he found a hole here. Right in front of the big red 46. David Overstreet. Wait a minute, you are a moderator, William. What are you talking about? Is that why you made that comment? I don't know, 3 wide. Here we go again. That is Hunter Reynolds in the middle of this. Like they're going to get it figured out here as the 36 drops it back. That's Stephen Luttrell, and probably not wanting to have any part of that at all. I wouldn't either. Not the way things have been going here tonight with 3 wide. I don't think I would want to be caught in the middle of it at all, no pun intended. Definitely having to keep an eye out on everybody. Now, these Xfinity cars, I remember a few years back, these Xfinity cars heat up a lot. We are in the Xfinity cars, for everybody that does not know. They used to heat up a lot, especially in the draft. If you're right next to somebody or right behind somebody, not necessarily next to them, but like literally right behind them, they will heat up, and they will heat up quick. I don't know if they changed that or if that's still the case. However, if that is still the case, they are definitely going to have to be careful and watch the heat in their cars. If not, and you hear a pop, oh, here we go again. Oh no, big red, yellow's out. Parts flying everywhere. We're going to have to find... Oh, let's get on the 99, because that was Alex Giffen. Oh, he was the one that hit the wall, and I think he might have got tagged too here. Well, let's see here. That is the 25 of a Hancock, yeah. Right there He come in like a hot tamale. And hot tamale, the 99, right into the wall, unfortunately. On the 25. Maybe. Looks like the 411 going to get a piece of it as well. And 77 also going to get some of it. And all right, well, another yellow. Right? All right, well, let's see here. Lap 25. Everybody came down about 6-7 laps ago. We'll see here. Looks like everybody's probably going to be coming down again. Yep, Dave Hunt's going to lead them down pit road here. Less than 100 to go. About 95. Go ahead and look at our yellows here. So, yep, 95 to go. Caution number 3 here tonight. 6 speed changes so far here this evening. Probably be 7 once Hunter leads a lap. Hunter Reynolds, Jimmy Reynolds, and Stephen Luttrell have decided not to come down. Like Dave Hunt is going to win the race off of pit road, followed by Luke Gray, Everett Lane, Paul Servant, Rick Sanchez, Dusty Burkhart, and Adam Kilday here tonight. So with Reynolds, and Luttrell, the top 3, have your top 10 here. Both of the Reynolds running the famous Reynolds wrap paints, as we all are aware. Reynolds wrap paint on the track. It's one of the Reynolds guys, either Jimmy or Hunter. One of the two. All right, it is a father-son duo right there. If the lights go off this time. They should. If they don't, yep, there they go. Lights are off, so it seems like they just keep on shortening the pace laps here on iRacing, which is a good thing, especially on big tracks like Daytona, Talladega, iRacing Superspeedway, big tracks like that. Like some more drivers went ahead and come back down pit road. Now they're coming back off. Top up off on fuel. Keep as much fuel in the tank as possible. Possibly, green flag run, you go a little bit longer than everybody else. Kind of shake up the field a little bit. Different strategies. Are going to be going back green here, though. Lap number 28 here. Gonna let everybody know on how they do cautions here. Now, iRacing does throw the caution usually, but if iRacing does not throw the caution, if there is 2 cars or more, then the admins will. However, that will only be the case until about 5 or 6 a lap mark to go. So about lap 116 roughly. Then it's all on iRacing. Here we go. Pace cars down to the safety of pit road once again. Into restart zone. Green's back out. Here we go. Back underway here tonight at Daytona. Oh, watching MaxspeedTV and the Checkered Flag Motorsports 300 here at Daytona. Headlock, myself, Joshua on the mic. It looks like Michael Pratt has taken his car behind the wall here. Interesting. We have lost 2 drivers here tonight. Looks like both of the Reynolds drivers now following one another. Jimmy and Hunt. Got Dave Hunt on the outside, followed by... But he's coming down onto pit road here. I think that is the 4. Of Everett Lane, the outside. It is the 5. That is Rick Sanchez. The 36 of Stephen Lindell. Dana Osborne, Luke Gray. A lot of moving going on up here again. Gate of Osborne. Well, I thought for a second Osborne was on the bottom, but no, that is 29 of Luke Gray that's on the bottom. Similar colors, white. Steve, Paul Servant, Tom Dixon, Dusty Burkhardt, Bruce Spalding, Sean Stevens, and K. Les Levy, top 15. As we go 3 wide, they're going to come around the 071 of Eric Lordy here. Eric back down to 10 laps here. And is 10 laps down there. I'll get it out in a minute. Well, I had a brain fart there. Oh yeah, I got a lot on my mind, folks. A lot going on. Won't go into detail. It ain't about me. It's about what's going on track. Dave Hunt still holding strong out there on the outside with the 24 Everett Lane. Now, it seems like the front pack, when they go side by side, they just won't go single file. They want to go side by side, which is fine. Don't happen to Dave Hunt there. He kind of lost momentum there for a second, and then now he's back up to the outside of 17, Jimmy Reynolds. A lot of moving going on. Ooh, Dave Hunt takes it from the top to the bottom in one swing. Dave Hunt goes back up to the lead. That kind of left that top lane out to dry a little bit. Well, the 24, though, making it work. That's Everett Lane. Got a great driver behind him in Rick Sanchez. I know Rick pretty well. A lot of these guys I know very well. Some of them, not so much. but most of them, about 90% of them, I do. Daniel Harrington, Adam Kilday. This is where that side-by-side starts going by single file. Les Levy, David Overstreet, Charles Johnson, Schroeder, English, Winningham, McNeese, Fitzgerald, James Mayer. This is where you get single file. I do keep an eye on it, the single file, but really the concern, if y'all are new here to iRacing and racing in general, really the concern is the side-by-side, as when they're right there, close to one another. I've already seen it here tonight. The slightest mistake, the slightest move will upset the car, and, well, round she goes. And anybody has got Facebook and part of, I think it was OP or CFM, one of the two, Bubba Winningham went for a ride in that one. He flipped like, I don't know, it seemed like 300 times. But he went for a ride. So, yeah, you could definitely get some major damage on the car. I think that was like after the race had ended, but nevertheless, Bubba still went for a ride and a half. All right, well, lap 35 here tonight. Throw your picks out in chat if you haven't done so already. We'd love to see them. You know who a few of everybody is going for. We don't know who everybody out there is going. Go ahead and chat. See here if we can get to it. We're just listening to the sounds of the cars here, folks. Don't worry, I'm still here. Just listen to them kind of roll around the track here for a moment while they get things figured out. Thought for a second we was going to see a lot more single file up front, but nope. Still side by side all the way back to about, maybe even a little bit further than that, about the 82 of Daniel Harrington and Dusty Burkhart. Everybody is starting to catch the pack, so I definitely could see a lot more side by side as we progress further into the race here. Lockwood holding strong. Started in 17th, still running in 17th. Look like he's been involved in anything major. Probably a good thing. Lap number 60. 61 will be the halfway mark here tonight. Got different strategies when it comes to fuel and tires. Jimmy, Hunter, and Steven, they have all been out here at about 20 laps. Remember, under caution, you can still save some fuel. Dave Hunt, Everett Lane, Rick Sanchez on back. Been out here 11, 12, 13 laps, so about a lap or two difference. Biggest gap, though, is really second to first, fourth to third, and from sixth to fifth. About an 8-lap difference tires between them. Doesn't look like Eric Laurie did pick up a couple of spots over Pratt and Haas. So Eric Laurie is up to 33rd here. So Eric probably wishes he could get those laps back. It's going to be hard to do. Big wiggle up front. Right, well, that inside line starting to kind of move a little bit. Maybe everybody trying to find a spot down on the bottom to get to here too. Now, just because they have a few lap difference does not mean anything. They can all start pitting, and you can see drivers come down with other drivers that normally they wouldn't come down with. Get that track position. Jimmy, Dave, Hunter, all on that bottom here. First three on the bottom. Wiggle there by Jimmy, 17. Before of Everett Lane is leading that top lane. No pun intended there, but worked out. Oh, and a lot of wiggling up in that top lane here. Little scary. That's what I was talking about. One person goes one way and then the other person goes in the opposite direction. You don't know what's going to happen. That slowed down that outside line, though. See the 5, that is Sanchez, now on the bottom. He found a hole and took it. Tom Dixon, Charles Johnson, Luke Gray, Dana Osborne. It's a single file toward back here, though. But anything can happen. Mr. Schroeder. First spot. Bush 22nd. Winningham 23rd. One of the sponsors here tonight. That Chevrolet prize package for second and third. Big shout out again to Bubba Winningham out there for that. What happened when Bubba gets second, third? Did he get his own prize package? I mean, just a thought. Or would it go to fourth? I'm just kind of throwing that out there, you know. Oh, here we go. Pit stops. Yep. The Jimmy Reynolds, Stephen Luttrell, and Hunter Reynolds all down pit road. I had a feeling it would be these three coming down. So now here at about 27 laps. So looks like that's about going to be our fuel here somewhere. We'll put it 25 to 30 laps on fuel just to be safe. Anybody else coming down, so not any major, I would say major green flag pit stops. Those 3. Oh, yellow's out though. Ooh. That'd come out at. Oh, Alex Giffen. What happened to Alex? Oh, that's what happened to Alex. Okay, well, let's see here. Get a chase view. Don't really know what happened. We'll find out. So it looks like he's coming up to the outside of the 25. I think he was, I think he was trying to follow the 55 down, and he wasn't clear. The 55 is Wilkinson, and he was not clear to go. There was not enough opening there, and 25 right there, just nothing really anybody could do. Just Alex wasn't clear to go down. So definitely going to change some things out here tonight on that one. Well, but I would imagine we're going to see drivers come down pit road. I don't think they'll stay out. They may see a few stay out, but I doubt it. Whatever it does, it looks like Everett's bringing them all down. Yep, here they come, all down pit road here. Pit road's going to be busy. Hunter, Jimmy, and Steven come down. Nope. That is going to put them back up the front, though. A little bit of strategy, and I don't know if they wanted to see that yellow, but kind of worked out for them here, as did put them back up front. Everybody did come down. So. Right, well, let's see. I don't know if we can get anybody up here. Definitely give it a shot. Let's go ahead and talk to David Overstreet here tonight real quick. David, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, David. Well, a couple of yellows out here, but, man, this is a big field out here tonight, man. Everybody looks like having a good time down there. You know, how's the racing going on? What are you seeing down there? And, you know, what's it going to be like maybe coming down toward the end of the race?
It seems like everything's going pretty good. We've had a few little incidents, but nothing too major or nothing. So just glad everybody decided to race tonight, and hopefully put on a good show.
Oh yeah, it's definitely some good hard racing out there already here tonight. Some wide even this evening, and I don't think we're done with that. Still a lot of racing to go here, buddy. So good luck down there, and awesome job putting this thing on, and some prizes going out to the top 3 here, and just a lot going on, and on the off week for Turkey.
Yeah, thanks for broadcasting as well.
Yeah, you're
Shout
welcome.
out to Rick Newbrands too, if he's watching. Oh, he wanted to be out here tonight.
Oh yeah. I don't know if he's watching. He hasn't said anything. All righty, buddy. We'll let you get back to it, man. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right. Well, that was David Overstreet out there. We'll stay in that room, but we won't get anybody else up here right now. They're going to be coming back. That was 6 of David, who we just talked to. They're in the big red. Jimmy Reynolds, Hunter Reynolds, Luttrell, Spalding, Lane, Sanchez, Osborne, Johnson, Gray, and Levy be your top 10 here. Coming to lap number 50 here, folks. All right, well, that pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road again. There it goes. Hunter Reynolds, Jimmy Reynolds, wraps machines, greens out, both of them on the loud pedal. We'll see here if they're going to hold the top 2 lanes or if one's going to fall in front or behind the other. Here at about 11 laps, folks, we'll be out that halfway mark. It looks like they did go 1-2 on the inside. Hunter and Jimmy. A lot of wiggling going up front. Got a lot of movement going on back here, but they're going single file back here in the middle of the pack. Some side by side. Vicente Guerrero, the 25 machine of Hancock on the outside as well, but that side by side still a brewing and still a going. It's an ongoing side by side up front here. All the way back to, oh golly, I would say right around, right up ahead of Bubba Winningham there with Daniel Harrington and Tom Dixon. And even up toward the front. Ooh, movement. Scary situation up toward the front here. Trying to stay up here, folks. Trying to watch it. Keep an eye out on it. Don't worry. We are here. We are watching it. Side by side still throughout the field up front. Trying to get to that halfway mark. We do have a crank it up here tonight. We'll definitely try to use it for everybody out there watching. We've got about 15 out there tuning in right now. We appreciate it. Thank you everybody again for tuning in here on MaxspeedTV. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe. See a whole lot of side drafting at the moment. I know the closer toward the end of the race we get, we will see a lot of drivers try to get as close as they can to the driver inside of them and possibly the outside of them if we're wide. We've already seen 3 wide here tonight, and I know the closer we get to the end here, we're going to see a lot more of it. We've got plenty of laps to go here. About 64-ish laps. I was going to try to run through the field here, but the way they're side by side, it's a little harder to do. They're always changing spots. So, you know, 1 minute they may be third, and the next minute they're 7th. So, probably not the best idea to do that. Luke Gray kind of in the mix here. Lane, Burkhart, Osborne, these guys starting, just outside of the top 10. Inside of the top 10. Dave Hunt started in 3rd. He's kind of running back here in 11th right now, but still right up there. David Overstreet started in 23rd. He's running at about 8th-ish. Going right there. Vente, let's see here. Vente started in 20, running 20. Oh, there we go, right there. Daniel Harrington. He started 32nd. He's running 17th. So, big movers right now, coming up on that halfway mark here momentarily. Right, well, we're going to hit that lap 60 mark here momentarily. They finished lap 60, and officially at that halfway, they have been out here roughly at about 14 laps for some, 11 laps for others. Not quite at that pit stop mark yet. Or getting closer here at about 25 to 30 laps. Lap number 60. Right. Lap number 61 here, folks. Halfway mark here tonight. Well, before we get into any type of pit stops or anything, we're going to go ahead and do some crank it up here tonight on MaxspeedTV. Get that crank it up off of there and get that driver bar placed back up on the board here for everybody. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that crank it up there here tonight. We are going to be coming upon some pit stops here, though, in roughly 8-ish laps. Say 8 to 10 laps. Question is, who's going to be the first ones to dive down pit road? I think Hunter and Jimmy and Steven will probably be the first three, but then again, I could be wrong. Strategy can play into other people's favor, and, you know, be like, hey, you'll pit here, and then we'll only have this, and this, or, you know, we'll pit when they pit. Yeah, there's a lot of things that goes on out on the track that we as oh, we got some movement. And we've got a wreck. Oh, no. Not what we wanted to see. Oh. Right, well, let me find out where it all began here. Oh, golly, 4, 5 wide. Oh, it all started up here at around the 36. Not saying it started that Steven started it. I'm just saying it started up and around Steven Luttrell here. Let's give it a little rewind. It looks like it might have started on the outside here with the 5 and the 9. Looks like the 5 gave that 49 a shove there, trying to give him a push. And, well, that sent the 49... Balding, I had to get the name there, down right into the 36, and then right there as the 36 was coming back up, the 24 was right there, and, well, that's going to put the 5, the 9, let's see here, the 27, the 8, the 3, and probably many more with some damage here. Well, this is not what we wanted to see. Yeah, he didn't miss that one, nope. Wanted to see him do a green flag pit stop here. They were getting close. We are going to see everybody come down, though, it looks like. Yeah, there ain't nobody taking the chance. Everybody all down pit road, except for those that had to stay out here. It looks like Sean Stevens has got a black flag. A lot of drivers that had a black flag. Now, we won't get into the black flag ordeal. We'll, that's not our cup of tea. It looks like they were clear, but that's not our cup of tea here. That's not what we want to see. All right, well, I said I was going to stay in that room, and I'm going to. I want to go ahead and get Mr. Bubba up here real quick. Been okay here tonight. Go ahead and have a talk with Bubba Winningham here this evening. Bubba Winningham, Medlock in the booth, got a copy.
Hello, what's going on, my friend?
Oh, it's a going. Long time no talk.
Yeah, I know, buddy. I'm glad to hear from you.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back, man. I really am. Been a long year, and it's unfortunately longer, but we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about tonight here out on the track here, Bubba. You know, I know a race, what was it, a few days ago or something, you took a big ride in your number 6 Chevrolet vehicle, and tonight you've been doing really good, man. You've been holding up into the, you know, top 15, top 10, and looking pretty strong out there here tonight, man. How's the track feeling?
The track feels great. It's good, you know, all the temperature and everything's good. Cars are handling well. And just, you know, it's a group of guys coming together here that don't always race with each other, so I just kind of take a little conservative approach for the early part of the race. Hanging out back here with some of the guys with the low incidence points, and we'll see how that works for us as we get a little deeper into the race and start picking up the competition a little bit.
Yeah, we know you don't hang back too awfully long. So see you coming into your pit box here. Of course, you got some, you know, second, third out here, the Chevrolet prize package out here. Of course, you know, I gotta give a big shout out to you, Bubba. You do a lot for OP and for CFM, and you know, just, you know, for the community, I'm sure, as well. So, you know, a big shout out to you out there, Bubba, for doing what you do, man. And one of these days, I'm going to get to Shreveport, and I'm going to be able to meet you.
I'm looking forward to that, man. If not, I'll make a trip up north and come see you in God's country up there in Arkansas.
Yeah, it's, I don't know if you want to come up here right now. It's too cold.
Yeah. We lit a fire in the fireplace for the first time this season today.
Wow. I turned my heat on last month, I think it was, so.
Yeah, buddy.
All righty, Bubba, we're going to let you get back to it, man. Good luck down there for the rest of the race.
All right, Josh. Thank you, man. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, bud. All right, we'll get him back down there to race 1, and we get back up to the front here as well here tonight. The Checkered Flag Motorsports 100 here at Daytona. We are over, of course, the halfway mark. Winding down the final last half of the race here. Right now, 5 cautions for 14 laps. Still 53 laps to go, so still a lot of race left here tonight. 13 lead changes, and I have a feeling that number will go up some more, especially with the Reynolds team up here, and Dave Hunt as well. Lane, Harrington, English, Guerrero, Luttrell, Lockwood, and Hancock, top 10. There it is. Green's back out once again here tonight at Daytona. Oh, buddy, now what are we going to see? They cannot make it to the end. They will have to come down at about lap 94, 95-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't think they can make it to 100, but they will have to come down before, I think, lap 100. It could come down to a fuel run at the end of the race. If we get a, green flag pit stop and then they race it to the end, it could come down to fuel. Has enough fuel if 27 laps is the max you can run. Now, if you can go 30, 32, then I think you'd have plenty, but we really don't know what the fuel laps are. What we do know is Hunter Reynolds, Jimmy Reynolds, and Everett all came down at about lap 20, on their 27 lap run, and that's what we know. That's all we know. We're still trying to figure out what the actual fuel distance is. Oh, man. Jimmy, 17. Hunter. Oh, whoa, we got another wreck. Oh, no, there it is. Yellow's out, a hard lick into the wall. The 5 caught that one as well. Oh, all right. Well, let's see. And find out where that was at. I can go back. All right, Thomas Lockwood in the 38. So I want to go ahead and get on the 38 here. But it looks like it might have started possibly with and around the 24 of Everett Lane. Oh, what happened, Everett? Everett was on the outside here. Trying to find the race cam. Looks like something happened to Everett. I don't know what. He just pulls it to the outside? Did he start to overheat? I don't know. He pulled it to the outside, and right there is where it all kind of really took place. 38 was coming up, and I don't know if he didn't see him, but yeah, he slammed right into him. And now the 27, 49, 69. And I know the 5. Yep, there's the 5, the 62, 38. A lot of drivers involved in this. A lot of drivers. And some blown engines. Right, well, it looks like Sean Stevens is taking his car behind the wall. He didn't have a fast repair left. Well, not what you wanted to start things off again here. That's going to put them closer. Going to put them closer to the 100, 105 mark. So definitely green flag pit stops definitely will probably have the fuel now to make it. If we do get a green flag run here. I say if, because we get close and it don't happen. So Anthony English up into the 4th spot, started 6th, kind of been riding in the back here for the most part, but found himself back up inside of the top 5. John Guerrero, though, started 33rd, and he is in 5th. Right. Man. Now, he's still at it. Back here running in, it looks like 26th. He does have a fast repair still left, so I think the damage that he had gotten, I think it was too terribly bad. Rick Sanchez is coming back down pit road here. Like he just stopped for fuel. Coming back out, so. Well, it is 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. Seven o'clock Hawaiian time. All right, lights are off. Hunter, Jimmy, Dave, Anthony, John, Daniel Harrington, Steve Luttrell, Russell Hancock, Dusty Burkhart, Luke Gray, Cole Spaulding, Charles Johnson, Paul Servant, Tom Dixon, Alex Giffen, top 15, Vicente Guerrero, Adam Kilday, David Overstreet, Mark Mann, and Bob Fitzgerald rounding out the top 20. We haven't said a whole lot about Mark here, but Mr. Batman there, he likes to hang in the back early in the races. So he doesn't like the airtime at the beginning as we go green here because he knows the broadcaster is real. So because he has been a part of that with me many times. If you know, you know. Oh, getting a little wiggly up front already here. Everybody trying to push, pull, or drag the driver either in front of them or behind them. As Hunter kind of breaks free here from the 53 of Dave Hunt. How long is it going to last? That's going to be the question. Dave Hunt does have the other Reynolds machine behind him in the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Cannot forget about the drivers back here either. Adam Kildane, Mann, Dixon, Winningham, Fitzgerald, Osborne. You know, these guys are back here, Mr. Wilkinson, Schroeder, Butler, you know, these guys back here, they have just as much of a chance to win it as everybody else. Gabe Butler, our pole sitter here tonight, he is running back here at about 27th. He has some ground to make up, but looks like he's picking them off one driver at a time. Coming up on Rick Sanchez now in that number 5. Rick has been involved in a couple of things out here tonight. It doesn't look they've been bad. I think he had to use one of his fast repairs, but that last one looks like he is okay, most part. They are getting awfully squirrely up front. The 82, that is Daniel Harrington. Not saying he got squirrely, but it was around Daniel. If Daniel did get squirrely, then yeah, I was talking about him. But if he did not, then it was around Daniel. So Dave Hunt got a wiggle there. I think he might have got a little push there by Jimmy and kind of got him a little bit bent out of shape, but he's okay. I was about to say we're going to come up on 20 to go here, but that is not the case because this is not a 100 lap race, folks. This is a 120 lap race. That's the 59, though, of John Guerrera pushing the daylights out of the 26. The 53 of Dave Hunt is not clear of Hunter Reynolds. Dave's not going to be able to drop it in front of him. Uh-oh, yep, and a yellow is out here. Oh, back around Rick Sanchez, Andrew Schroeder, the 95 of James Bear. What happened? Oh, right there. That's what happened. The 95 slowed down a little bit, or did Rick just plow right into him? We'll check it out here. I don't think it was done on purpose, regardless of what happened, but we'll check it out here. Oh, it looks like there was some slowing down, maybe some, yeah, oh, something happened up front. That's what it was. It looks like there was some 3 wide going on up there. Everybody was trying to figure out what everybody was going to do and who was slowing down and who wasn't. Rick was just, he was in focus, and, well, he right into the 95 of James Mayer, 48 right into the 5 up into the wall. 48 comes back up as well. I think maybe the 48 got hit. He did. He got hit by the 84 right there, and that set the stage for a big one, and unfortunately for Rick Sanchez, he's going to have to use his other fast repair here tonight. I believe he might have had to tow as well. That is going to take some time here tonight. Mr. Everett, how you doing out there, buddy? Arca brakes in full effect. Yeah, brake, B-R-E-A-K-S, brakes, yep. Yep. We don't English in Arkansas, and apparently y'all don't English in Oklahoma either, so that's fine. We knew exactly what you meant. Just go with it. You know, I gotta give you, well, exactly, you know, exactly. Brakes, B-R-E-A-K-S, brakes. I'm holding up, Everett. That's all I'm gonna say right now over the broadcast. I'll have to talk to you about it in private. I'm not going to say anything, but I could be better. So, health-wise, I'm doing great. But, like I said, that's all I'm going to say. Got about 19 of you out there right now in the chat. I do want to go ahead and get my notepad, well, my sticky notes out here. All right, so got that. All right, so let's see here. We got the lot still on the pace car. We got Hancock, Servon Osborne, Reynolds, that's Hunter, Dave Hunt, Jimmy Reynolds, Anthony English, John Guerrero, Stephen Luttrell, Dusty Burkhart, Cole Spaulding, Daniel Harrington, Alex Giffen, Tom Dixon, Sete Guerrero, Adam Kilday, Gabe Butler, Martin Mann, Thomas Lockwood, Bob Fitzgerald. That's our top 20 here. Like everybody did come down pit road. Luke Gray, Les Levy, David Overstreet, James Mayer, Andrew Schroeder, Dean Wilkinson. What's going on with Dean back here? Not sure. But he's back here in 26. Bubba Winningham, 27th. Now we're going to have some switch places back here, looks like. So, kind of going through the field here. It looks like some drivers coming back down pit road. No surprise. Right? Yeah, I could write. R-I-G-H-T. Right. That just goes to show you we think more alike. Think a lot alike. All right, so lights are off. It looks like the 5, that is Sanchez. He's going to have to go to the end here. Everybody comes around. Swordfish. Oh. I would love to see. Does anybody actually know what a dorkfish looks like? There is such a thing called a dorkfish. Yeah. Ugly suckers. I don't think that's actually what they're called, but... All right, Green's back out once again. Here we go. Back underway here tonight at Daytona. The Checkered Flag Motorsports 300 presented to you all by MaxspeedTV. I know there's a fish out there that's very similar looking to what Bill Engvall did say. Yeah, I knew it came from Bill Engvall. You know, you can catch them apparently on a corn dog. So, and I just said the same thing, Everett. I just looked up. Oh, golly. Oh, man. Yeah, we've been hanging around each other too much, guys. We're starting to think too much alike here. But Paul Savant up front. Hancock, they're in second. That a 25 machine now. Hancock up front. Paul Savant's in third. He's on the outside here. Yes. Yes, there is a fish out there that's very similar looking. Yeah, ugly looking things. All right, side by side here at lap 84 of 120 here. We take a look here. We've got 36 laps to go here tonight. Oh, man, it's winding it down here, folks. 36 laps, still a lot of laps. So one pit stop, though, that's all it's going to take. It's one green flag pit stop. They'll be able to make it to the end. Still about 25, 30 laps, so... Was up front. Paul Servant's into 3. It looks like he is going to try. And, yeah, he's going to try and lead this lap here. Is he going to be able to hold it? Yes, he is. Going to be another lap under Paul Servant's belt here tonight. All right. A lot of side-by-side throughout the field. Unlike early on in the race here where we had the single foul going on. We're not seeing that now. We're seeing side-by-side from the front to the back. And a few stragglers back here. Looks like James Mayer's helping out Rick here. Everybody else, though, side by side here this evening. Getting later on into the race here. Strategy definitely going to play a factor from here on out. Cautions, they're definitely going to change things as Paul drops it from the top to the bottom. Get a caution, it's going to change it. You go green flag, it's going to change it. You get a late race caution, it's going to change things. So a lot is at stake here. They cannot make it to the end, though. They will have to pit at least once. At least. Could be twice, but at least guaranteed one time. Little bumpy and a little banging up here around the 8 of Dana Osborne. That Skull part. Seen that 25 of Russell Hancock. Things out here tonight too, but no, he's rolling strong. He's only had to use, it looks like, one of his 2 fast repairs, which is a good thing. See both of the Riddles wraps being up front here, 1 and 2, one on the bottom, one up top. Now I'm going to have to go watch that Dorkfish hit in my head now. Thanks a lot, Steven. Blame you. All right, lap number 90. 31 laps remain here tonight. Still going to have to pit. When do you come down? I guess at this point, You just run it out. Oh, I see some drivers did not come down. Paul Servant, Russell Hancock, Dana Osborne. Maybe they're thinking another yellow. They might not be wrong. You have seen our fair share of them tonight, but it's Daytona, so, you know, I do give it the benefit of the doubt. I mean, 35 drivers, I mean, you're guaranteed going to have something out on the track. Well, Steven, hopefully you don't work too hard tomorrow. I know you're saying you gotta get ready for bed. At least you're Central Time and not Eastern. If you was Eastern Time, you'd already be in bed. 10:15 over on the East Coast. Like the 8 mile. Dana Osborne got really close to the 99 machine. Oh, man. Friend Randy Stevens sent me a picture of a fish. It's like a dork fish. I was laughing. Side by side throughout the field. Not a whole lot of wiggle room out here. Not a whole lot else of give and take either. How much do you give and how much do you take? That is the question. Do you give or do you take? Do you take and then maybe give the driver ahead of you a little bit of a shove? I mean, I'm just saying. Oh, the old question goes, what would you do for a Klondike bar? No, we're not sponsored by Klondike either. I just like that. Yeah, 5 a.m. comes early, yep. All right, well, kind of just watching it here, coming to lap 94 here at the stripe. And these Reynolds guys, man, Jimmy and Hunter both. 38, 15. And a combined laps led right now of 50. Just between them two. Paul has gotten 4. Dave Hunt's got 15. Butler's got 13. I know leading a lap is not the most important thing out here. But I do like to look at that because it gives an idea of, okay, well, where they sitting at now compared to where they were earlier. You know, Jimmy started 4th. Hunter started 13th. Go back down here. Dave Butler started on pole in 11th right now. Dave Hunt started 3rd. He's in 11th. Dana Osborne started 11th. Vente started back at 24th and 8th. So it just kind of goes to show you, folks, that, you know, it doesn't matter where you started. It's where you're at, well, really at the end of the race here. But we're going to be coming up on lap number 96. Now, from here, from this point, that'll put them at about 25 laps. And that'll be about 25 laps to go if they was to pit now. Now, of course, they're not going to. They're going to go as far as they can. We're going to be getting into that pit stop here, though. Oh, man, well, I would say roughly any time. Paul Servant, 22 laps. Russell, 23. Dana, 22. everybody else at about 14, 15. So here in about 10 laps, we'll see some pit stops if we don't see them sooner. Here we go. Pit stops happening. Anthony English down pit road. Who else? English. Batman. That's Mark Mann. Les Levy. I'll get it out in a minute. All down pit road. I don't see anybody else come down. Mark, Les, Anthony. Yeah, okay. Anthony, Mark, and Les, all down pit road. Yeah. All right, so pit stops are happening. Now, this is going to definitely help them out, put them in the window to finish out the race, regardless of what happens. Going to see come down next. It's going to be even a bigger group that comes down. Paul Servant, Russell Hancock, Osborne, Dixon, Johnson, Fitzgerald, Overstreet, Schroeder, and Wilkinson all down pit road. Splash of fuel. They will be off and away. So green flag pit stops. Now we're seeing teammates hooking up with teammates. Seeing non-teammates hooking up with drivers they're just hanging out with. And we're seeing non-teammates with non-teammates. So need a little bit of everything right now as we are coming out of turn 4. Here's that another big group coming down. This is our lead pack here. Jimmy Reynolds, Hunter Reynolds, Everett, Dente, Lockwood, Winningham, Kilday, Guerrero, Burkhart, Giffen, all down pit road. Now that is just going to leave Luttrell, Spalding, Butler, McNeese, Hunt, and Harrington. Top 6 come down. I would imagine they'll be coming down this time. That way they don't get too far behind. Yeah, here they come. Yep. Wasting no time. Gonna come down pit road. Unfortunately, that put Dave Hunt out there by himself. That's gonna hurt. May actually help him. We'll see. What happens? James and Bear. Looks like James gonna have to come down here too. As we see Butler, Luttrell, McNeese, Reynolds, all these guys come back out, and here comes this big group coming. 26, as we're going to go 3 wide here, folks. 20 to go here tonight. It'll be 19 to go here at the stripe. Not one of yellow now. Back side by side. Dave Hunt is leading, but here comes our leaders. Dave Hunt, he's going to have to come down at some point, I do believe. Does have he's got about a 7 in closing, but Hunter Reynolds and company, man, they're coming. And here comes the number 5 machine down pit road. We do see, there's James. We do see Hunter Reynolds, Jimmy Reynolds, big lead pack coming. DMs. Wow. Dave Hunt, 26 seconds ahead of the group. They are coming. Oh, wiggle up front. Ooh, a little dicey. 24 seconds. Dave is still not coming down. In no way Dave can save that much fuel. No way. $17 laps to go here, folks. Watching the lead pack as they come up on and get ever so closer to Dave Hunt. Dave still not coming down pit road. Maybe he is trying to save enough fuel, but he is out of the draft. He's by himself. A lot of side by side though in this big group of cars. Anthony English. I thought Anthony, he made the pass, but he didn't lead the lap because that's second and third because Dave's leading. See, it got me confused. 15 laps to go here, folks. Dave Hunt has been out here 25 laps. James Fair coming down pit road. He's been out here 23. Interesting. Not a whole lot right now going on up there with Dave. A lot going on back here with Hunter, Lane, Jimmy, Anthony, Guerrero, and this big group. Side by side, 3 wide back there. I was back here around the 5. That was Rick Sanchez in the mix here. Rick is flat down, but there was still some wide going on back there. We're gonna hit 14 to go here. 95 comes back out. Do expect Dave to have to come down. Yep, here he comes. Down pit road now. Stayed down there as long as he can. About 26 laps. Is down into his box now. And the group is going to get around him and take over the lead. Dave is going to fall quickly. He hit 13 laps to go here tonight. Remember, first place here tonight will be getting their 102 DSD button boxes. Second and third is going to get that awesome Chevyland package direct from Bubba Winningham out here tonight. Now we're going to go 3 wide. 3 wide! 3, 4 rows deep. Oh, here we go. And we're not going to end it well. Yellow is out, and another big one, and ooh, somebody went for a ride. That was the 24 of Everett Lane. All right, where did it initially start? Well, it started with the 3 wide. That's where it started, but where did the incident happen? Probably at around there. 4, and I believe that is the 88. Both of them hitting the wall pretty much simultaneously. That's kind of what set the stage for everything. It looks like the 17 of the 24 connected possibly right there. Could have been some net code, but that's what set the stage for everything that happened. And we have another big one. Definitely going to see some fast repairs used. And, well, you know, this actually worked out in favor for Dave Hunt. Wow. All right. Well, another big one. Yep, yeah. Eric W., how you doing out there, buddy? Yeah, I'm sure some of them do. I don't think all of them do, but I'm sure some of them do. Oh, it looks like Luke Gray may not have one. Oh, man. All right, well, drivers coming down, other drivers not. Definitely going to change some strategies up here. We're seeing some black flags, but what happened with those? Hunter Reynolds, Jimmy Reynolds, Vente Guerrero, Anthony English, Charles Johnson, Thomas Lockwood, like Les Levy, Adam Kilday. Oh, Dave Hunt. Like Dave Hunt's going to be in 8th. Adam Kilday, Gabe Butler now in 9th. See here where everybody really lines up at. I can't really tell. Yep. Reynolds, Guerrero, Johnson, English, Lockwood, Levy, Hunt, Butler, Giffen, Harrington, Wilkinson, Dixon, Luttrell, Winningham, Schroeder, Mayer, Burkhart, Mann, Kilday. Top 20 here. be 9 to go when we get the green here. Are we done with the yellows? We're going to have a few more here tonight. Remember, 2 GWC attempts if needed here tonight. Yeah, he did. Yeah, that helped him out a lot. He was gonna, he lost everything. He lost the draft. Hey, yep. Yep, business is about to pick up for sure. We're not done with the green flag, or with the 3 wide. Definitely not done with the 3 wide. All right, here we go. Green's back out. Here we go. The Reynolds Rap team up front. On the inside, 1 on the outside. Now, what are they going to do? Are they going to hold it? Try to hold both lanes? Or are they going to follow each other? They're still side by side up front. I do not see the 17 dropping down yet, or trying to. Anthony English is right behind him, followed with the 14 behind the other Reynolds of Hunter. We have Anthony behind the 17 for Jimmy. We have Vicente behind the 26 of Hunter. I believe that's right. Could be wrong, could be right. 3 wide, here we go. 3 wide, heating up again. Oh, buddy. We have already seen this multiple times here tonight, and it has not ended well. 8 laps to go here, and if they keep it up, it might not end well again. Some drivers do not have any fast repairs left. You're one of those drivers that does not have any, and you're in this mess. I just hope and pray that nothing happens, and if it does, you're not involved in it. That's about all you can do. 3 wide. About 6 rows deep here. Maybe even more than that now, as we're starting to see that inside and middle line start to kind of pull away. And oh, we've got 1 car off, but it's only 1 car, so there's not going to be a yellow for that. That was Dana Osborne. No yellow. 1 car. Uh-oh. A lot of movement. We've got drivers trying to get back on the track, here, and they're going to do just that, but Lockwood's going to lose several spots and fall all the way back to 22nd, as they still are 3 wide up here, about 2 to 3 rows deep here roughly. Go 2 wide, we'll go side by side, then we'll go 3 wide, and then we'll go 3 wide, 4 rows deep, then we'll go back to single file. Yeah, it's just been all over the, 55. Dean Wilkinson hitting that wall, and here comes Mark Mann. We knew he wasn't going to stay back very long. The 84, that is Lynn McNeese. Lynn started started all the way back. Oh, Lynn into the wall. Lynn hard into the wall. No yellow yet. No yellow. No yellow. We stay. We going green. Lynn trying to get down to the, yep, there he goes. Down into pit road. Oh, no. Even Luttrell also getting some damage. Did he just come off of pit road? I think he might have just come off of pit road. My bad. Okay. Oh, Mark Man, here we go. Wrecking. Yellow's out. Mark Man involved. All right, well, let's see here. If we, and we're going to be under a GWC attempt here, folks. Mark Mann involved in this, and Mark did have, oh, well, he had both of his fast repairs left, so he's going to be all right, but see here if, find out what happened to Mark. Like some bumping action going on here. Bump. Oh, that's what happened. Looks like maybe the 55 gave the 69 a little bit too hard of a shove there. And boing, and Mark goes up into the wall, right back down into the 69. Mark gets hit again by the 85. Regardless of the damage on the 04, if I was Mark Mann, I'd go ahead and use a fast repair. But he has not come down. So, I mean, do you come down and risk it, or do you stay out for, you know, the possibly one of two GWC attempts here? We are going to set up for a GWC attempt here, folks. Bubba better be driving a Chevy. Let's see here what Winningham is driving. He's driving a Chevy. All right, so yep, official GWC attempt number 1. So if you're new here, the way a GWC attempt works is we'll go green. If we get a yellow before the white flag, they'll do it one more time. If we get the white flag, 1 lap to go flag, the white flag, whatever happens after that happens. All right. Well, Eric, how did work go for you today while we kind of sit here and, kind of wait for these guys to get ready for the GWC attempt here? One of two. All right, this is going to be very close on few drivers here. As the lights are off on the pace car here, English, Reynolds, Hunt, the other Reynolds, Ferrero, Winningham, Johnson, Mayer, Wilkinson, Servant, Burkhardt, Dixon, Harrington, Butler, McNeese, top 15, Schroeder, Kilday, Hancock, Giffen, Mann, top 20. It looks like Anthony English has chosen the outside line. Enter. All right, pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road. We will go green. Get a yellow before the white, we'll do it again. If we get the white before a yellow, that's it. Whatever happens, happens. Here we go, folks. Green's back out. GWC attempt 1 of 2 is underway here tonight. The Checkered Flag Motorsports 300 here at Daytona. Presented to you all by MaxspeedTV. Been a good race. You gotta get around one time, though. This track is huge. You gotta be careful. Just gotta get to the white flag. That's all you gotta do. Anthony trying to make that 44 car as wide as possible. Getting a shove there by the 17. I got of turn number 4 here now. Not going to be able to do it. That is going to put the Reynolds team together on the outside. White flag in the air. One more time around. Here we go. It will all come down to this lap. It's been a long night of racing for these guys. 120 laps. That is not counting your pace laps either, because some drivers did come down pit road. But who is going to bring it home in the victory lane? The 53 pushing the daylights out of the 44. To the line we go. Anthony English gonna win it here tonight. With Jimmy Reynolds in second, they wreck behind him. And Dave Hunt flipping is gonna bring it home into third here this evening. Wow. All right, well, let me do some writing here, and we got some congratulations going on down there on the track here this evening. Oh man, what a race. All right, well, Anthony gonna burn it up here on the front stretch here tonight. Good win by Anthony. Good racing by everybody out here tonight. So we'll definitely get the top three up here to talk with. I'm going to have to rewind it a little bit because Dave Hunt, after that big wreck there, bringing it home here third. We're going to see it right here on the replay, barely holding off the 26th for third. So give me just a minute, and I'll get the top three down here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show. Talk to these guys here tonight. So hang tight, folks. We'll be right back.
What's up? Man, dude.
Alrighty, folks. Well, Dave Hunt's having some mic issues, so what we're going to do is we're going to let Dave figure that out, and then we're going to go ahead right now and just bring up our P2 finisher here tonight real quick. Jimmy Reynolds, we're going to start with you here tonight. Man, what a race. Now, before we get to the I don't know, probably one of the best finishes I've seen in a long time at Daytona here tonight. Let's talk about tonight. You know, it's a kind of a fun run here. Checkered flag Motorsports 300, 120 laps. Not usually the amount of laps you guys run here, so a little more than than normal. That's kind of what it made it more fun. Man, talk about it. Coming in and doing tonight, some prizes on the line. You're going to finish, second. So you're going to have a Chevrolet package coming to you here from Bubba. Just talk about it. Coming into to this race tonight. What was the game plan here, buddy?
I just survive, and I appreciate, like I said,
appreciate them putting the show on for us tonight. Yeah, it is a little longer than we're used to, but my son actually came out and ran with us tonight, so I was pretty excited about that coming into the race. And game plan was just to survive for a while. I know I got in that incident in the beginning of the race, and that looked like a whole lot of netcode going on. I haven't totally checked it out, but the way it just felt in the car, it just didn't feel right. But I hated that to happen to me and my teammate right off the bat. But kind of recovered from that and got the car fixed and just kind of worked our way back up to the front and tried to settle in.
And, you know, it looks like a lot of people, you know, started to settle more in as the race progressed. What, you know, did you kind of feel the same way, or was it more about attrition out there and, you know, working with, you know, kind of who you can work with at a certain point?
It felt like settling in because the cars, even though the track temp wasn't crazy high, the car was a little unstable tonight for some reason. It was just the pushing got you a little off, and just the draft itself was a little shaky. So I mean, you have to talk to others, but I think people were just trying to take it easy because they can just see that the cars were just unstable and trying to keep it cleaner, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now, you know, another question before we kind of let you go celebrate and do your, you know, shout outs and all that. These Xfinity cars are known to heat up very quickly. Did they still do that?
Yes, very bad.
Very
So
bad.
I don't know if you noticed when Hunter was up front or when I was up front and Hunter was behind me or a car was behind me, you see me coming off the line about a foot and
Yeah.
letting that car get on the line. And that's just to keep that water cool. And if you could do that, you could stay up front quite a bit, keep that second car cool. But I mean, there was times I was running third and fourth, and my stuff was still in the yellow. So
Wow.
it was crazy, yeah. And the track wasn't crazy hot, so I couldn't
No.
imagine if it was like 100 and something degree track temp.
Oh,
But
yeah. Oh, yeah. It was, you know, not racing. So, yeah, track temp, very cool out there. So, you know, awesome job grabbing a P2 out here tonight. Like I said, going to have a, you know, a Chevy Land package coming to you. Of course, you get with David Overstreet and Bubba Winningham, all, you know, on all that. You know, awesome job, awesome race out there here tonight by not only you, but, you know, by everybody out there, buddy. So I know you've got a, you know, a few final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give, you know, before you go celebrate your finish out here tonight. So I'll turn the mic back over to you, buddy.
yeah, just appreciate you for broadcasting tonight. Appreciate the admins for doing everything they do. Appreciate David and Bubba for putting it on. All the admins in the background. Appreciate all the racers coming out because without them, there'd be no us. And yeah, it was a fun night. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Have fun. Go celebrate your P2, and we'll see you next time, bud.
All right. Appreciate you.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, that was Jimmy Reynolds out there here tonight. Now, I don't know if Dave has got his headset working yet or not. Let me go ahead and try to pull him up here. Dave, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, there we go. All righty. It's been a while since I talked to you, but hey, man, what a race out there here. You know, before we get down here to the end of the race, man, let's kind of talk about the overall race. You started third, you finished third, and, you know, you stayed out there toward the end there before you had to come down because you're just out there all by yourself. You come down pit road, you got back out there, yellow came out. Big question, was you hoping that yellow would come out?
I was figuring it would. That's the only reason I stayed out there. I was just trying something different no one else was doing. So that's what I was up to.
Well, it worked out in your favor. You
Yeah,
know.
I got back up to the front. Yeah, it worked out that way.
Yeah. Man, let's talk about it. A lot out here tonight. A lot of, you know, a lot of side by side. You were in a lot of it out here tonight. And then, you know, a lot of things happen, and you have no reaction time. And how was it down there on the track for you here this evening?
Oh, I had a lot of fun. Just got really hot really fast, so you just had to pay attention to your temperatures and your pushing there. But and then if someone was behind you pushing, you had to really be on your toes because sort of a little delicate there when they touch you, so you got to be ready for it. But other than that, man, it was a fun race. It was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I know you guys don't normally run 120 laps here, but how running more than 100 or 80 is rough. 120. How's your legs?
Oh, I'm fine. I'll do a full race. It doesn't matter to me. I'm good. That's all good to me.
Well, another question for you. How did you keep that car cool enough?
Yeah, that was a trick. You had to play around with it so you didn't burn it up too much, and when you're pushing somebody there. But yeah, just sort of paying attention. I let it go red for a little while, then I just back it off a little bit and try to get as much air as I could. If I couldn't get it back up to the front where I could get some air, but yeah, you just had to pay attention to it.
Well, awesome job, Dave, on getting back up there and grabbing that third place finish. You got a Chevrolet package coming to you from Bubba Winningham, man. What was the hardest thing, real quick? What was the hardest thing out there here tonight?
I guess just trying to keep your car cool. Other than that, because everybody was racing really good. It was a fun race. Everybody I raced around was doing really good. So yeah, the hardest thing probably would have been just trying to keep your car cool. That's it.
Just keeping the car cool. Well, you did a fine job at it, Dave. Awesome job finishing third out here tonight for the Checkered Flag Motorsports 300 here at Daytona, buddy. I know you've got a few final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your third place, so I'll turn the mic back over to you, bud.
Yeah, I appreciate all the fans out there, family and friends that watch. You up there in the booth broadcasting this thing, Checkered Flag Motorsports and Bubba and Dave and everybody that puts this on and putting this whole thing together. It was awesome. And then I had a different sponsor tonight with Ace, and always got to mention Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. And thank you again, Josh.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Go celebrate. We'll see you next time.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
Yep. All righty, folks. Well, that is going to bring us up here to our winner here tonight, Mr. English himself. I don't know how he did it. Oh, the only person that knows how he did it is Anthony. Anthony, how'd you do it?
I don't know how I did it.
Man, well, you led 8 laps, but mainly the most important lap here tonight was that final lap because, there was a button box on the line. There was some stuff on the line, man. Of course, before we get into all that, kind of talk about coming into tonight. Everybody's seeing it. They were looking forward to it. Well, what was going through your mind seeing 120 laps at Daytona? Was you scared?
I was actually mad. And the reason why I was mad is because I couldn't get Discord to work. Me and Adam were trying to figure out why my Discord wouldn't work for the first, or like the last 20 minutes of practice, because I didn't even get to my computer until like 10 after 8.
Oh,
So
man.
we were trying to figure out what was going on with my Discord. I ended up having to uninstall it and reinstall it right at the beginning of qualifying, and barely got it out there with enough time to qualify and ended up getting it to work and stuff. So I was going to try to stay up front all race, but I guess the gods decided lap 3 I needed to die. So we died, and I decided I should go to the back. So I pretty much just kind of played it safe. I just tried to stay out of everything for the next 70 or so laps, and once we got to, I think it was like 80 or something like that, I decided to stop topping off pit and to try to just keep track position and just kind of slowly worked my way up here. And then at the end here, we just had a wild race between Hunt and the Reynolds family, and I don't know how I got Jimmy there, but Dave just was pushing the hell out of me that those last 2 laps when he ended up on me, and I definitely owe the win to Dave. But big shout out to Jimmy Hunter and all them for racing hard and keeping it under control with all the craziness that was going on.
Yeah, there was a lot of craziness out there, and you see 3 wide early. We know you guys. Y'all are not afraid to go 3 wide on lap 1, okay? Unfortunately, 3 wide tonight did not work out so well for the most part. What was it like 3 wide?
Well, to be honest, I don't know if it was just me, but like the cars felt weird in the draft. Like, it definitely felt like the bottom was a more dominant line until that line got hot. But I think it did depend a little bit on who was or who wasn't, pushing you at the time. But
Yeah.
it just seemed like that second lane just couldn't hold the momentum as well as the bottom. And I think the third lane, it was only really viable when you knew both lanes were hot and they couldn't move. So you knew you could get that run and stuff. So it was I played with it that one time, kind of already half like having an idea about that, and then like instantly like me and Gabe and all them guys just started losing ground. I mean, like you only got like that one shot with that momentum, I guess, with the way that it was running tonight to get it done. And so it was weird. So I didn't want to go back up there. Like, I didn't want to at all. I mean, when we did that restart, I restarted on the outside and went to the bottom and the top, and then I just tried to stay in what lane had the momentum, and then at the end I just stuck at the bottom with Dave, and Dave was able to get her done. So like I said, big shout out to Dave for pushing to the win there. Big shout out for Hunter and Jimmy racing clean and finishing where they did. I thought they had us win, and then like I said, Dave just pulled this last second push coming into the tri-oval, and it was like wee.
Yeah, he turned that 53 machine into an airplane. He just gave you a big shove. But yeah, you were up front. You was really guarding both lanes between, Jimmy and Hunter. You was just trying to make that car as wide as possible. I noticed that.
I didn't want to do it the whole time. I wanted to do it to the point to where you knew when you finally ended up in front of whoever or what line you ended up getting stuck in, that you knew the pusher was going to be able to push you all the way to the end. So like when we got kind of separated that first time, me and Jimmy, I went up and I blocked that middle lane, and kind of got a little bit of run with them and stuff like that. And then that opened up a little bit of air on Jimmy's nose to keep him a little bit cool. Then I went back down in front of him and kind of ran with him and was kind of I was gonna slide up and stay blocking that second lane when he went up, but I just let him go. And then Dave at that point, I think Dave was probably plenty cool enough. I don't know what his temps were at the end, but he ended up pushing me that whole last lap and a half or whole lap or whatever it was that he was
Yeah.
pushing him, and ended up getting a W. So
Well, awesome win out here tonight, Anthony. Of course, you winning first. It's going to give you I don't know if you've already made your decision on which one you want, but you got a choice of one of two DSD button boxes. So,
I picked the right one.
oh, okay, okay. So
It's got a big no button.
it's got a big no button. Oh, okay, I got you. So, of course, you can get with. I think you were already talking to David down there, I believe. But,
Yeah,
but
we were talking a little bit before you.
yeah, so but yeah, you can get with him on that. So, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on getting that, whichever button box you want. I know you've probably got a few final thoughts, shout out thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your win out here tonight. So, Anthony, I'll turn the mic back over to you.
Well, first I want to say, man, it is damn good to see you back in the booth. We have missed you, whether it be from checkered flag stuff or from OP stuff. We have missed you and everything going on, and it's going to be awesome to have you back on Saturdays. So big shout out for you doing this tonight for David and them guys, and you always do an awesome job. I can't wait to watch you back tomorrow and all that. So big shout out to you, MaxspeedTV, and everything you guys do. Love you. Big shout out to David O and Bubba and them guys, Jimmy. Oh God, whoever else is all there behind the scenes to make this happen. I didn't honestly think I was gonna make it to begin with, being at the end of the month with all my move stuff, but we made it work and it ended up being worth it, and come out and have some fun with the guys, and going on to the next thank yous and shout outs to the team, all the boys we ran with tonight, Mark, Jim, Andrew, Richard. A couple of them had a pretty hard night and didn't get some of the finishes that they deserved, but they were there, and big shout out to them for what they were doing and for chilling. And then everybody watching at home, beautiful girlfriend let me do this, mom and dad at home watching from afar. Everybody else that's watching for all your favorite people, and everybody else that's helped do whatever they do to make whatever all this stuff happens. So big shout out to everybody and thank you.
All righty. Well, you say your girlfriend, you ain't married yet?
No.
No. That was quick. Wow. Okay then. You know I
cut
had
that part out. No, I'm kidding.
you know I had to. Yeah, it's been a while. You know I had to. So
No, it's good having you back. It's been a while. It really has.
yeah, it's been a while, and of course
I love Steven to death, but it's gonna be exciting having you back on Saturdays.
Yeah, Steven's a hoot, and he'll be there. He'll be coming up helping me every once in a while, and yeah, he'll be probably doing some broadcasts or some things going on that I haven't really let everybody know yet. Only a select few. I'll send you the message here about it and let you kind of in on it.
I think I do. I think Jeremy's already.
Okay. All right. Well, that's
if it is what it is the sad thing.
Yeah.
Type thing. Yes. So yeah. No, I get you.
So if something was to transpire, then yeah, I won't be. Yeah. But Steven already said he'd step in. So, but anyway, that's beside the point. I'm looking forward to being back, of course, and looking calling all the mayhem that y'all cause on Saturday. So
Oh, it's gonna be fun. I mean, new season, another season of Xfinity cars. Bubba running it this season, so new admin might be a little bit of a different atmosphere, but it's still gonna be the same old Saturday fun time racing. So we'll definitely have a blast.
All right, we'll definitely see you Saturday for OP, hopefully, and we'll go. Awesome win out here tonight, Anthony, buddy. Go celebrate, and hopefully we'll see you Saturday. If not, we'll see you. We'll see when we can. Okay.
Sounds good, brother man.
Yeah. See you later, bud.
Later.
All righty. Well, that was Anthony English here tonight, grabbing the win here for the Checkered Flag Motorsports 300. A big shout out to, of course, David Overstreet, Bubba Winningham, all the admins over here, and everybody that put this on here tonight. A big shout out to all the fans out there that tuned in here this evening. Even though he was late, I guess, Eric, big shout out there to you, buddy. Of course, he's got some music and stuff for us. So, a big shout out to Eric out there for all he's been doing over here at MaxspeedTV, a part of the team here as well. So hopefully soon we'll be able to hear him up here in the booth too, and maybe he'll be calling some races here if need be. But a big shout out there, all the fans out there that tune in each and every week, not only for me but for Steven. Big shout out to all of y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get down here to the results here this evening. Go ahead and grab those here real quick. Anthony English grabbing the win out here tonight. Good win by Anthony. Jimmy Reynolds in second. Dave Hunt going to grab the third spot. Top three here tonight. Hunter Reynolds right there in fourth. And Bubba Winningham coming back grabbing a top five in fifth. James Mayer, some people call him Jim. He'll be in sixth. Paul Servant, seventh. Gabe Butler coming back in eighth. Andrew Schroeder grabbing the top 10 in ninth. Daniel Harrington in 10th. Dusty Burkhardt in 11th. Vicente in 12th. Charles 13th. Thomas 14th. Adam 15th. Russell 16th. Mark Mann 17th. Dean in 18th. Tom 19th. And Les Levy in 20th. Lynn McNeese, 21st. Bob Fitzgerald, 22nd. And David Overstreet, 3rd. Cole Spalding, 24th. Alex Giffen, 25th. Stephen Luttrell, 26th. Rick Sanchez, 27th. Dan Osborne, 28th. Eric Lurie, 29th. And Luke Gray, 30th. Everett Lane, 31st. John Guerrero, 32nd. Sean Stevens, 33rd. Michael Pratt, 34th. And Kevin Haas in 35th. So we did have 35 out there here tonight. All right. So again, congratulations goes to our winner here tonight, Anthony English. Again, a big shout out to everybody out there that tuned in here tonight on MaxspeedTV. But Saturday night, OP starts their new season, and then of course We should be here, hopefully, be here Tuesday night for SCRL right here on Max Speed TV. But until then, stay safe. Again, thank you all for tuning in here tonight. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.
Max Speed TV, full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat, second to none. League action, racing under the sun. Max Speed TV, where the fun's never done. Oh, legends, world, and that comes alive. Max Speed TV, where the racers thrive. Tires burn, the crowd leans in. This is where the action begins. Oh, Max Speed TV, full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat, second to none. League action, racing under the sun. Max Speed TV, where the fun's never done. Drivers chase the checkered dream. Adrenaline flows like a rushing stream. The track's a stage, the crowd's a song. Every lap keeps pulling you along. Oh, Max Speed TV, full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat, second to none. League action, racing under the sun. Max Speed TV, where the fun's never done. Wheels spin, sparks ignite. Under the lights of fierce delight. Shots alive like a racing heart. Here's the place where legends start. Whoa. Max Speed TV, full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat, second to none. League action, racing under the sun. Max Speed TV, where the fun's never